Hello, my name is Ian Fearon and I'm here at the Wexford Equestrian Centre to launch the Wexford Equestrian. This training aid is a combination of devices that are currently out there on the market. This is a combination of a lunging and a riding aid. Okay, so this training aid, the Wexford training aid, is a device that really hits the points where the horse becomes relaxed and the rider learns how to use these type of enhancement aids correctly. It's at the moment we're using the riding aid where it has a reel that goes up through and down from the paw and back through the bit to the hand. So the pressure when the horse resists against the training aid, it goes to the paw. So when the horse relaxes the paw, then the rest of the neck, down through the wither and across the back becomes softer. And the rider's hand can become softer. So there's not a constant pull on the bit, like some of the training aids suggest to the riders. Okay, so now Green is now doing some trot work with this horse. Now this horse has really become softer and he's becoming more and more flexible through the training aid. He is a horse that can go a little bit above the bridle in his work sometimes, even though the rider is capable of keeping him in an outline. Here she can just sustain that and be able to hold him without really putting a lot of pressure on him. Just keep that nice consistent contact where the horse now feels that there's a bit of support, but the support is going over the horse's back and up through the neck and into the paw, not sustained on his mouth. I'm going to ask Karine now just to do some bits of leg yielding and a little bit of lateral movement where you can see how she can ask the horse to bend and become softer and flex him through. And how she can start to take either less pressure or more pressure on her enhancing rein, depending on how she feels the horse should come a little longer or lower, or does she want to go more forward in the trot and ask them to ask her to do some canter work in a nice circle, a nice 20-30 metre circle here. And the other thing I want you to notice is that if you look at the enhancement rein, it's carried in the same way that you would have a martingale on the horse. So it feeds through a martingale strap type thing where the horse is now always balanced and the safety aspect that is not going around, flapping around the horse's knee. Again, he's in a nice outline. Green can bring him uphill more by putting more leg into her hand and just asking him to get up more, or she can actually take a little bit more pressure on the paw and bring it down a little bit more as well. Okay, now Green, I'm just going to ask you to go a little bit more forward and ride in the light seat to show how the horse can keep his balance, and now ride in the light seat. So again, the horse is now relaxed. You can tell just by the way he's swinging through that there's no pressure keeping the horse. And sit up and collect him again, Green. And the horse was very good to come back and collect. So this horse is very comfortable in this Wexford training. I'm going to ask Green now to do some canter work over some canter pulls. And in doing that, it's going to show the importance of the neck strap also on the Wexford training aid. So that if the horse did jump or do something silly, that he's not going to put his knee or his foot through the strap under his chest. I'm going to have Green riding this line where she's got the balance and the control over the distance. And you can see the way the horse resisted and wanted to come up against her hand there. So we let her do that once more, and where we will see the benefit of the enhancement rein is Green will close her horse down a little earlier, have him softer on the way in, so that he's actually bringing his head and neck a little lower. So this time, just balance him, wait quietly, have that softer hand, there, and now he stays much smoother and balanced on the line. Well, ready? Okay, so now Green will come this time on the line on 4, where she gets off the horse's back, gets into a nice light seat and picks up a bigger rhythm. Stays in the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the horse barely moved his outline there and really showed a lovely indication of how the enhancement brain is able to learn the horse to control and also carry its own balance. Okay, so this time I'm going to ask Corinne to add a stride and do 5. And here the horse will be able to hold and keep a balance where she's in control of it. Good on the distance. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keeping him straight, keeping him balanced. Well ridden. Okay, so that was just a little bit of basic walk, trot and canter work with the Wexford training aid. And then we showed a little bit with some homework, 4 strides and 5 strides, teaching the horse to wait and showing how the training aid would balance the horse. And without any really pressure, and with a very good talented young rider, but also with Corinne, leaving Corinne if she was not actually doing a lot of the work. How do you think that went, Corinne?
Very good. It helped him a lot without me interfering too much and pulling, and he stayed relaxed and soft in my hand.
There you go. So you're hearing it from a young rider who feels as if this training aid could be a benefit to her. So this is how simple it is to become a lunging aid. All you do is you disconnect the riding rein, like so. You then connect it up to, we go to the first one. There is actually 3 areas that you can shorten or lengthen it to. And we'll do the same on this side. Very simple. And now what you have is a lunging aid that you can let your horse go long and low, stretch down, and become a nice muscle builder.